I am the person. This sentence tells me that I would be a right person. Like, look at all these right people. Jessica's sitting here. Janet is over here. You see, pick Jessica. She's better than me. Why? Hello, IELTS writers. Welcome to IELTS Juice. Let's start assessing a letter today. General Training Module. You have seen an advertisement from a couple who live in Australia. Oh, interesting. For someone to teach their 2 children your language for a year. So you are now living in China and you wish to go to Australia very soon. And once there, you might be able to teach the 2 children of this couple Chinese. Wow, that's interesting. And this is, guys, a formal letter because you have seen an advertisement or advertisement. Both pronunciations are fine. And you want to write to these parents that you wish to take it as a job. So it's a job for you. You are going to ask for money in exchange, and or maybe something in exchange, but whatever it is, you're going to offer a service. This is not a friendly letter. These people, the parents, I mean, they don't know you. And you need to be very, very formal. And still, because there are 2 children involved, you want to also be a little bit excited that you are going to take the job, and you need to show your willingness to take the job. So it's an important letter. You are going to deal with parents and children. Parents are overprotective, not overprotective, but they're protective. So you need to approach them carefully, and you need to be as clear as possible and at the same time as willing as possible to take the job. Write a letter to the couple. In your letter, explain why you think you would be suitable for the job. You see, that's exactly what I've been talking about. You need to explain why you are the perfect fit. Say what else you could do for the family. So the service comes with a bonus. Actually, no, it's like take, not a bonus. It's like you take, buy one, take two. It's like if you're taking my service, I will be able to do something extra for your children. And give your reasons for wanting the job. Okay, good. Good. So you need to be as forthcoming as possible, as clear as possible why you are going to look after the children or teach them the language or talk to them or tell them, or you just basically want this job. You need to come up with clear reasons. Okay, so let's start. Dear sir and madam. I like it. You know, sometimes IELTS asks us to start the letter with dear sir or madam, which is correct in many cases, even in the real world, in the real English world. When you really want to write an email to someone or a letter to an organization, you open it by saying dear sir or madam, because you don't know the manager of that institute is male or female. But in this case, you need to write dear sir and madam because you're addressing a couple and they both are involved in the decision making. I am writing to you regarding the issue. Issue. I wouldn't use the word issue. It has a little bit negative connotation to it. It's not an issue that you want to teach French. It's an opportunity. It's wonderful. You are going to shine. You're going to, you have a talent. You are going to show your talent to the couple. It's something that you're good at. And oh, French. So my example was Chinese. This example is French. So fine. You can come up with any language. Teaching language to your children for the length of 1 year. I like it. The opening is clear. I am writing because I saw your ad and I want the job. I'm going to teach French to your children. And I'm the person you need to hire. Okay, let's continue. Concerning why I would be a right person for this job? Oh, again, I don't like this. I would be the right person for the job. I would be the person for the job. I want this job. I am the person. This sentence tells me that I would be a right person. Like, look at all these right people. Jessica is sitting here. Janet is over here. You see, I am a right person. She's a right person. She is a right person. So just, it doesn't matter who you pick. Pick Jessica. She's better than me. Why? You are the person. You want the job. You really want the job. You see, guys, how language can be effective? Instead of saying, yeah, I'm a selfless person. If I don't take the job, so be it. It was fate. No, that's not the purpose of the letter. You need to show your willingness. It's not faith or history or, I don't know, voodoo or something like this. Your job is to convince a couple in, like, maybe seas or oceans away, to be convinced, actually, that you are the right fit for their children. It's very important. Imagine your children, imagine parents protecting their children. We cannot simply just say, yeah, I'm an okay person. I'm fine. If you want to take me, take me. If not, I don't mind. Would you really, as a parent, take this individual? Again, why I would be the right person. T-H-E. Yeah, the comma is fine. I lived in France for 2 years from 2018 to 2020. Good. I lived there in order to get my master's degree, apostrophe S, in science. Correct spelling. The sentence ends, so I need a semicolon. If the message continues, which it does, I need a semicolon here. In that time, comma, I had to learn French, the French language. When we have nationality in a word, like British Museum becomes the British Museum, very fluently. So I worked for a charity which helped children, to learn subjects like mathematics. Oh, and I could, and I need this little comma here, and I could learn French very well because of having interactions with children. Perfect. You're the perfect fit for this job. So this is awesome. You lived in France. You worked in a charity, meaning you are a nice person. You are willing. You're a giving individual. You want to give to other people, and you also helped children. That's so nice. And what subject did you help them with? Mathematics. So not only do you know French, you also know mathematics. You're the perfect fit. But you need to, I feel if this, I feel the writer of this letter was not confident enough. Otherwise, I would have seen the right, I would have felt the, not arrogance, but a little bit audacity, a little courage in the sentences so far. Also, I am a very patient person. I am a very patient person, or I am very patient, delete person. When it comes to children, this is the third time I see this structure in a similar term, like in regard, in order to, there was another one, concerning, regarding, concerning, and in regard to. I'm beginning to feel that this is rather overuse of this discourse marker. You can change the shape, but you cannot, I'm going to use the word fool. You cannot fool the examiner. The structure of the sentence remains repetitive. It's always regarding blah, 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 concerning blah, 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 in regard to blah, blah, blah. When they could not learn an issue, I am very calm. When it could not, are we talking about the French children? I was very calm and kind towards them and trying to explain the issue very coherently. That's a good word. But if you're just you're just stating facts about yourself, then simply say, I am a very patient person when it comes to children. So when they cannot learn an issue, comma, I am very calm and kind towards them and try to explain it very coherently. Because that's a fact. It's not limited to France, it's not limited to China, it's not limited to Australia. Again, in relation to, again, regarding, in regard to, in relation to, in relation with, it continues. Other services which I could offer, I can teach them mathematics. Well, there's no need to say could here. I can teach them mathematics and computer skills. Oh, apart from teaching the language, because the couple expected you to teach them your language. So we're talking about a specific language. Your L1 wasn't French, fine, but you still mastered it. Good. So you're going to teach them the language, meaning French. For example, at my spare time, or at their spare time, or at our spare time. In addition, I like it. For a change, we have another discourse marker. I can take them out to exercise, not for exercising. I mean, I take people out to exercise. If you don't have enough time to do that, good. That's a good offer, and that's very smart. Parents do not. Why did this couple put an ad in the first place? Because they were busy. They needed help. So they are busy and they need some time. You see, I love this, that the individual behind this letter is smart. Probably a smart woman, but not confident, you know. It lacks a little bit confidence. So, yeah, it's a female with a typical lack of confidence that we see these days among women. We need more confidence in women. Anyway, regarding, again, oh gosh, for the fourth time, why I would like to take this position. You don't have to always start a sentence saying regarding. It's not healthy. You could just simply say, the reason why I would like to take this position is, or if you are looking for a topic sentence, I have two main reasons to take this position. For one, then you write your sentence. For another, you write another sentence. I'm going to travel to Australia for a couple of days. For a couple of days means you're going to be there only for 2 days or 3 days. A couple doesn't necessarily mean 2. But if you want to say that you're going to be in Australia 2 days later, you can say, I'm going to travel to Australia in 2 days. Meaning in the next day or two, I will be traveling to Australia. In order to continue my education at the University of Sydney. Sydney is not spelled correctly. Some very famous names in English, like Michael. That's a common mistake among students. We need to know how to write them. Some very important names should be written correctly, which is located at your city. Okay? And it could be an excellent opportunity for me, I like this word, to have a job, which is my passion. Okay. And I could cover my costs That's the second one is the main reason. My costs by doing this job. Moreover, I generally do not like moreover. It sounds really formal. Maybe furthermore, in addition, additionally, those would be better fits. I would like to practice my second language with your children because it's a good way to keep it in mind. Okay, so your level of French is maybe B1 and you want to practice it with with the couple's children. That's not very smart. That's not a very smart move if you are going to get a job like this, but still, I would have added a couple more sentences saying I love French and I don't want I want to use it at every opportunity. And speaking French with your children is going to be the excellent opportunity for me to, uh, if you don't know, honing your skills, you can say to improve my French language skills and teach your children A1 level French as well. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in this regard. Gosh, how many regards do we have? And I will appreciate you if you consider my request. I will appreciate you if you consider my requests. Okay. Generally, it's like I would appreciate it if you kindly considered my request, which meaning politely that you don't expect them to do so, but if they do so, that means a lot to you. Uh, that is the polite way to end the letter. Yours faithfully, and 303 words, 303 words. Let's look at the band descriptors. So, I told you I really liked the tone, and all the mistakes I told you about were the difference between an 8 and 9. If the things that I said were there, it was a 9, a perfect 9. That was just perfect. You can watch this video again and see the instances that I said, I need more confidence, I need this. And you can see that if those elements were there, this would have become a perfect letter to get the job. It was that effective. It deserves an 8, but it is a small way to get a 9. Discourse markers were rather overused. I didn't like that. And of course, to get an 8 in coherence and cohesion, you need to pay attention to paragraphing. But the information was sequentially presented, exactly like the bullet points in the prompt. As for vocabulary and grammar, there were instances that I really liked the words and structures, but there were also multiple errors. The number of errors was high. Not high in the very bad meaning, but it was significant. So we needed a few more, or I mean, we need fewer errors actually to get 7. And remember, this is task 1. So every single error matters. All in all, absolutely loved it. Does it deserve 6.5? No, it deserves higher than this. It's a minimum 6.5. It can get to 7 very easily. And maybe 7.5 if the elements I told you about were implemented. Now, this is a perfect example of why I keep telling you that your letters, reports, essays must be your representatives. When the writer sends this letter to Australia, he or she will not be there, most probably she will not be there to defend herself. So the couple are going to hire her or not based on the content of the letter. And this letter could be improved in many cases. And those cases were not there, and I just wish they were. Guys, make sure your representatives are going to do their absolute best job possible. And on that note, I wish you a lovely day ahead.